My name is Liz. Welcome to Lizabel's Starbook workshop. Today we're going to learn how to make one of these Starbooks. Now, what is a Starbook? A Starbook is made out of 15 pieces of paper, and each of them are folded and then glued together in a pretty easy way, and they can open to create a star like this, or you can use the ribbon to tie closed like this. So when you open this up, it creates a star shape. Now, what could you use this for? Well, you could use this as an artist trading card album. Artist trading cards are 2.5 by 3.5 inch baseball card sized artworks like these. And these fit perfectly in the Starbook. You could also use it for a book report. It has 5 pages, so you could put about the author, the main characters, the plot, your favorite part, and maybe what you'd change in the story. You could also create a really memorable gift for, say, your mom or your best friend. You could write what you love the most about your loved ones on each page, and maybe some memories, anything you want. You could create a memory book. You could create a photo album. Or you could just hang the Starbook as a holiday decoration. Maybe you could have everyone write one thing about the holiday that they remembered. You could do one every year. The possibilities are just endless. So before we start, make sure you have all of your materials ready. Put away your drink, clear your area, and make sure if you're working at a good table, you have it covered with maybe a plastic craft tablecloth, or even take a garbage bag, cut it open, and spread it out to protect your nice table. Make sure your hands are really, really clean. I suggest you wash your hands right now. Just pause the video, wash your hands right away, right before you start. This is the kit. If you'd like to purchase one of these kits, they are for sale on my Etsy store. Here's the address. It is www.etsy.com/shop/Lizabel. And if you put the code STARBRIGHT in, you can get 10% off. Inside the kit, you will find paper, embellishments, a popsicle stick, and a crayon fragment. Let's take a closer look. Here's the instruction book. I suggest you actually open this instruction book before you start. Look all the way through it. Read through the whole entire thing so that you know what we're doing and where we're going and why. Why are we doing this step first? What are we going to do next? So read through this book first, then come back and go through it again. Use the book along with the video. So read it first, then go have it in front of you and actually read as you're watching the video. Remember, you can pause the video at any time. You can review the video if any part of it isn't clear. So here's inside of the kit. You will find 5 pieces of large paper. This is going to be the outside of the book. You're going to find 5 pieces of medium-sized paper, which are the actual pages of the book. And then you're going to find these pieces, which give the book some strength. You're also going to find some really fun embellishments that coordinate with the papers that you get in your kit. There might be sequins, buttons, googly eyes, die-cut paper, 2 ribbons, a crayon fragment, which I'll explain in a minute, and the popsicle stick to make nice, strong creases. Every kit is going to be a little bit different. no two are going to be exactly alike, but you can tell me, you can give me some hints about what you'd like, color schemes, different kinds of embellishments that you would like, and I can do my best to make a kit just for you. Go ahead and pause the video, get yourself ready, and come back. We are ready to start building our Starbook. This should take about an hour total. You might want to spend more time later with decorations and embellishments, but for the beginning it should just take an hour. Go ahead and read through the entire book if you have not done that already. This is really helpful so you know where we're going. And make sure you have a clear work area and your hands are very clean. Now, step 1 says, take out the largest papers. So I'm going to go ahead and set aside the medium and the small papers for now, and we're just going to focus on the large papers for step 1. Place one piece good side down. This is the side that I want to be the good side. This paper happens to have 2 sides. And you're going to put it down on this rectangle so that you make sure you fold it the right way. So this is the fold line. We're going to fold it in half. The arrow shows us we're going to fold it this way. When you're folding, take your time and match up those corners and those edges. Don't rush through this folding part. It's important that you do have a neat fold. Don't worry about keeping it on this template. That's just to help you figure out which way it goes. Hold the paper once you have it matched up. Oh, it just moved. So take your time. And you're going to be able to pause the video to do this. So you can fold really nice and carefully and slowly. Hold it with your hands like this, and then just draw one finger back to start the fold. Go ahead and fold it, and then take your popsicle stick and just use your popsicle stick to make a nice crease. Now, if you get any cracking here, which you might get if your paper's a little stiffer, I didn't get any. You can take the crayon that's peeled and you can just go ahead and run it along that edge, and that'll help to strengthen it and to prevent it from cracking anymore. Once again, I'm going to do it with the next page, and I had decided that I wanted this to be the good side, so the good side is going down, and I'm going to match corner to corner, edge to edge. I'm going to hold it, draw one finger back to create that fold, and then take my popsicle stick and crease it. If you happen to have a bone folder, you can use this as well to create that fold. You don't need this. It's a pretty fancy tool. All you need is a popsicle stick. You can also use a marker. Go ahead and pause the video, do all 5, so 3 more of your pieces of paper, and then come back for step 2. If you've got step 1 finished, we will go ahead and begin step 2. Step 2 is extremely similar. We are just folding the medium-sized papers now. So find your medium-sized papers and go ahead and place it on the template so that you know which way to fold. And you'll notice it's not exactly the same size, but it's pretty close. So go ahead and, again, take your time, match up corner to corner, edge to edge, hold it, and draw a finger back. This paper's a little bit different. It's folding a little bit differently. Every paper's different. I'm going to take the popsicle stick and make a nice sharp crease. But you will notice that different papers are going to fold differently. We're going to do one more together, and then you can pause the video and do the rest. So again, we're matching corner to corner, edge to edge, hold it tight, press it down, and crease with your popsicle stick. Go ahead and do the rest of the medium-sized papers and then come back for step 3. Okay, here we are at step 3. We have our 5 large papers and our 5 medium papers folded. We are now going to do step 3, which is folding the smallest papers. This is a little off, as you can see, but you're going to put the paper in front of you so that it's tall. And you're going to match corner to corner, edge to edge. Now, it is going to be the most difficult to fold your smallest paper, and I'm actually lifting it up and holding it. It's just easier for me to do it this way. But make sure you're folding it this way. You don't want to be folding it this way. If you do fold it this way by accident, it's not a big deal. You're not going to see that fold. Just go ahead and fold it this way. But you can use this as a guide. Take your popsicle stick, make that nice sharp crease. We're going to do one more together, and then you can pause the video, finish all 5, and come back for step 4, which is actually a little different. It's not just folding. See you back here when you've got the rest of these folded. Take your time. Okay, we are ready for step 4. This is creating the binding pages. Go ahead and open to step 4. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay out your largest papers with the smallest papers. Some of you have small papers that have different patterns on them, so decide which one coordinates best with which outside paper. And I have already put aside my medium-sized papers because we're not going to use them in this step. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the first one. And when you're gluing, make sure you don't get any glue right at the bottom or right at the top, just because glue has a tendency to ooze out. And that's even a little bit too much glue. Really, you don't need that much. One thing you can do if you find you have a little bit too much glue is you can share it with the next page. Since these are all the same, I'm going to go ahead and share that glue with the next page. Now I have a little bit more of a reasonable amount of glue. Okay, we are ready for step 5. This is getting exciting. We're actually going to start gluing it together. But it's very important that you do not glue together the front page or the back page. So look at all your pages and choose which you want to be the front and which you want to be the back. So I have chosen this because I like this fish. This is going to be my front. This is going to be the back. It has a little donkey on it. Okay, notice that the front opens to the right. Here's the back. It's going to open to the left. I'm going to put these aside so that I do not forget and accidentally glue them. You are only going to glue 3 pages, the 3 middle pages together. So what you're going to do is you're going to put just a little bit of glue from here to here. None at the very top, none at the very bottom. Again, we don't want it to ooze out. I have just a little tiny bit of glue here. Not much at all. And I'm actually going to share the glue with the other side because that's enough glue. You really just need a little dab. And you're going to glue it in so that it looks like this. So you can see that star starting to form. Go ahead and pause the video and do the other two medals. Do not do the front or the back. Come back when you're finished and we will finish. We will do the front and the back cover. We now have step 5 done, which means we have 3 pages that look like this. They have three pieces of paper glued together, and we are now going to put these aside, and we're going to go to step 6. Step 6 is pasting the ribbon and page into the front cover. So first we're going to glue the ribbon in, and then we're going to glue the page in. That's why we didn't want to glue the page in first, because we really do need to glue the ribbon in first. So I'm going to take out my ribbon. The directions say lay your front cover piece in front of you. Apply glue to the inside edge of the cover. So there's a little line, and you're going to put glue right, this is the front of my book. Make sure you're putting the glue inside the front of your book. And you're just going to put a little line of glue. I'm putting mine not quite in the middle. I'm putting it a little up. So there's my fish. This is the top. It's a little bit up above center. It really doesn't matter which side of the ribbon you glue down. That's going to be really up to you. This is the first step. Then you're going to go ahead and do the same thing you did for the middle pages. Put a little bit of glue there. Oh, that ribbon doesn't want to stick. Okay. This ribbon really doesn't want to stick, so what I'm going to do, it will stick when the glue dries, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a little help with a little piece of tape. Really, this tape is just going to help make it easier for me to build this page. So I have glue here and here, and I am now gluing this page in just like we did for the middle pages. This ribbon is a little bit thick. If your ribbon is a little thick, it might be a little bit harder to get it to stick. So go ahead and just hold it, squeeze it. I'm going to glue the back. And now our front cover is complete. Alright, we are now ready for step 7, which is to paste the ribbon and the page into the back cover. So, here's my page. This is the back cover. Here's the right side, see? The right side of the back cover. And I'm gluing it in to the right side of the back cover. Now, I bet you're very observant, and I bet you noticed that this is a different ribbon than I had before. That is because the video camera stopped, and I completed the first book with this ribbon, which I don't have any more of. So, just goes to show you, there's always a solution for every problem. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a little bit of glue. None here, as usual. Match up the edges, match up the corners. go ahead and squeeze it, make sure it's really sticking. And that is the end of step 7. We are now ready for the final step, which is step 8, final assembly. Congratulations, you're almost done. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to glue the 5 sections together. We're going to start with the front cover. The ribbon is in the front. I have my fish in the front. I really like that fish. Put a little bit of glue. I'm going to take my finger and spread it out. Wash it off. Dry it with my little Kleenex or a dry paper towel. And glue the second page to the first page. I'm making sure it lines up. There we go. Now I'm going to do the third page. I'm gluing this third page to the second page. I put a little tiny bit of glue. Here's my third page. I am lining it up. And take your time. If you need to pause the video, if you need to stop, if you need to take a little walk, do whatever you have to do. Come back. This is no rush. It's not a race. Anytime you're making art or doing anything creative, you don't want to rush. You want to take your time. It's really about the process. You should be enjoying the process. And I think when you enjoy the process, your artwork looks so much better. You can tell when somebody has put their heart into something or when they rushed through it. You can always tell. And the last page. And I'm making sure that I'm gluing the last page so that the ribbon is going to be on the back. Now, if you have any glue squeezing out, like I do here, just open your book just a little bit and give it a little bit of a chance to dry. Oh, exactly. Give it a little chance to dry. You probably want to pull this open and make it into a star right now. Just be patient. Go get a snack, do something, come back in 15, 20 minutes, and it will be ready for you. Hopefully you have taken a little break and you've given this a chance to dry. And now you can go ahead and you can see what it looks like when you pull it open. Oh my gosh. It's always magical when you open it up and see what happens. Now, right now, these blue pages look a little bit boring, and I want them that way because I want to be able to have space to put whatever I want in here. So now is the fun part when you get to take all the fun embellishments that came with your kit and start being really creative and having fun and making your Starbook your own. So think about what you're going to do with it. I would suggest you don't just start drawing in it. I would suggest that you do one page at a time, place the embellishments down. It's okay if they stick out. Well, it's up to you. Do you want them to stick out or do you want them all to stay in? As long as the book closes and you can tie it, so maybe I'm going to move that up a little bit. It's okay with me if these pop out a little bit, but it's up to you. You're the artist and you are making the decisions here. Thank you so much for participating in my Starbook workshop. I am so excited to see what you create. I would love it if you would email me pictures of your finished, embellished, written, drawn, painted Starbooks. The email address is LizabelBeads@gmail.com. Email me by January 25th to win a free Starbook. Thank you so much for participating in this workshop. I can't wait to see what you come up with.